you're with us on Great Expectations. Today is our how-to show, and we're in our demo kitchen with Yummy Mummy chef Yudhika Sujanani. And we're going to make a no-bake cheesecake. Sounds amazing. What are the benefits of not having to stick a cake in the oven?
Well, in summer I just find it so hot in the kitchen already.
It's
so
true.
you can just make a cake and set it. And the good thing about this cake is you can actually freeze it. So you can have tiny slivers and freeze the rest. So I think that's the way I diet.
For mums who are pressed for time, that's the way to diet. I feel you. What do we do? Where do we start?
Okay, the first thing we're going to do is while I pop my egg yolks on here.
Ingredients. How many egg yolks are those?
Those are 4 egg yolks.
That's 4 egg yolks that she has put onto a double boiler. Okay.
Right, and we're just going to heat this up and just use a spoon or a whisk.
Okay.
And you can just mash this about.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and we're going to pour some sugar in here as well. Now, the first thing you need to do with this cheesecake is I started with the egg yolks first, and I'm going to chat to you about the base.
Okay.
Okay, this is the base. Okay.
That's the base.
That's the base.
So what is that? What have we
Those
got
are
here?
biscuits. You can use any biscuits that you like.
You can use
even
tennis
health
biscuits, Mari biscuits,
or any health biscuits. Yeah, and just bind them with a bit of butter, melted butter.
So you crush these in a food processor, or you can crush them by the
If you're
old-fashioned
angry,
way?
in a plastic bag and a rolling pin, and you can go for it.
And you mix this with a little bit of butter just to bind it.
Just to bind it,
Fabulous.
press it down and refrigerate.
That's our base. And for all our moms who are watching, we don't need to worry because we've got the episode, we've got the recipe up on our website and on our
that's
Facebook page.
fantastic.
Yeah. Okay. So you've added the sugar to the eggs. How
Yes.
much sugar have you put in?
This is a 3/4 cup of sugar, which is
Wonderful.
185 mils.
Okay.
And you're just going to mash this up, and you'll see it'll start to turn into a lighter color as you go along. Okay. Now, to help this along,
Can we just show our moms at home? So you see that's gone a little bit lighter than the egg yolks that we put onto the double boiler initially. Great. Fabulous.
so now we're going to pop in some lemon, and I've just done thin slices of lemon.
How much lemon are we putting in?
I like it quite lemony, so I'd say about
it's
45
true.
mils of lemon.
45 mils. That's about like what? One
Three
big lemon?
3 tablespoons.
3 tablespoons?
Yep, 3
How many
tablespoons.
lemons? That's half a big lemon, one
Half
small.
a lemon.
Half a lemon.
Half
okay.
a lemon. Gelatine, this has been soaked. The gelatine was sprinkled over cold water.
Okay.
And then you heat it up gently and you pop that in.
Ah.
Okay, so you've got that going in.
How much gelatine do you use?
35 mils, which is 7 teaspoons.
Okay.
And if you want the vegetarian option
Yes.
to gelatine, you would use agar-agar, which is flakes, and it comes from red algae. Doesn't sound very glamorous, but red algae, and 1 tablespoon of agar-agar flakes is equal to a teaspoon of gelatine.
Okay. And we can get that health food shop.
Health food shops, Chinese supermarkets. It's also used in desserts. It's used to thicken up sauces. So it's got quite a few different uses.
So converting it with the mats, that's about 5 tablespoons of agar-agar.
Yeah, 5
Okay,
tablespoons
great.
of agar.
Okay, and that's what binds everything together.
Sorry, it's 7 tablespoons.
7 tablespoons.
7 tablespoons.
Standard grade maths. Very much, Sheila. Okay, so that we've got our sugar, we've got our eggs, we've got our gelatine in there now. Then
And now
what?
you can see it's in a paste.
Right.
Okay, and you can also add some lemon zest to
And
this
some
as
more
well,
lemon. Okay.
if you like it quite lemony like me. Okay, now we're going to pop the cottage cheese in.
Cottage cheese. How much cheese is that?
This is 2 tubs of cottage cheese.
Okay.
Okay, your normal, I think it's 230
Low
grams.
fat, full cream, smooth.
Smooth, definitely,
Smooth, definitely.
and low fat.
Smooth,
okay,
low
you don't
fat.
need to have a full fat cake to have a great flavor.
To have a party. Okay.
This
And
is the yogurt.
That's yogurt. How much yogurt is that?
That's 190 mils of yogurt.
Okay.
Okay, and you're just going to actually mix this around. Okay. And you can see it almost dissolves into the sauce.
Is the heat on the double boiler quite high?
No, just a medium heat. You don't want to be scrambling your eggs.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
So Levi's going to mix this for me, and I'm going to make a bit of room here.
Now, is this a healthy cake? Because it seems like, you know, I mean, there's the low-fat cottage cheese, there's the low-fat yogurt, there's lemon.
You know, you can do it with full fat mascarpone, and mascarpone is actually triple fat. So I've actually had to adapt my recipe.
Okay, right.
And also, I'm going to add fresh cream right at the end, but if you don't want to, you could always add some more yogurt, low-fat yogurt, or a little more cream cheese. So this recipe you can play around with and you'll get a really good result.
Okay, that's nice. So this is a basic. What next?
Okay, what next? We're going to add the egg whites. I think, Lebo, you can get me the egg whites.
Egg whites.
And these have been whisked until they've...
How many egg whites?
These are 4. So you
so it's the same.
the egg.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the same eggs
separated
that you put in.
And that goes in.
And
that looks divine.
It looks amazing, actually. During the break, you said that you put a little bit of sugar in here just to get the peaks to be firm.
You whisk the egg whites with sugar. So we've added 3/4 cups of sugar. You know, I reduce the sugar depending on what fruit I'm using, and I'm using some fantastic strawberries and blueberries today.
Okay.
So we're going to, you know, you don't need that much sugar in.
Yeah.
So if you're a diabetic or you don't really want to have a lot of sugar, you can just use a tiny bit. And lastly, the fresh cream goes in.
And lastly, the fresh cream. Before the cream goes in, I just want to show everybody at home what the consistency is. This is what it looks like now after the egg whites have gone in.
Fantastic.
Okay. And now we've got our...
Now here, you could always, it's lightly whisked, you could always add the yogurt in, okay? You don't need to do the full fat option.
Oh, is that it? You can put the yogurt again?
Yes, you can add more yogurt
You can
or
add
more
more yogurt.
cheese.
How much cream have you got here?
That's a cup.
A cup of cream.
A
so
cup
you
of
could do a
cream.
cup of cream or you could do a cup of low-fat yogurt.
Perfect.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. That can
Okay.
just pour that in. And this sets in a few hours. It's best if it's actually set overnight. Just lightly going to mix that through. And there
So
we go.
obviously if you put in yogurt, you don't have to mix it the way that you did with
no,
it. Okay.
no, you could just add that, adjust the recipe and add it with the other yogurt that you've added.
Okay. Okay, wow.
So that is it. It looks like
it's so
a
just
cheesecake
creamy and velvety and beautiful. Look at this. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Okay.
right. Now I'm going to pass the spoon over to there.
Oh, and I'm gonna use everything that I have to not lick the spoon. Okay.
And there we go.
Wow, is that it?
That is it. Now you're going to cover this with cling film, and when you put it into the fridge, just make sure you wrap it quite tightly. You don't want it to start to smell like garlic.
Plastic wrap on top of
Plastic wrap properly.
A plate on top of it or plastic wrap?
No. This is a loose bottom tin as well, so the tin pops out.
I see.
Okay, and you have to cover it, otherwise it absorbs the fridge odors.
Does this have to cool before it goes into the fridge, or can it go in straight like, okay,
just let it cool down.
And then it goes into the fridge for how long?
I'd say about 4 hours, or overnight is best.
Overnight is best.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Now here's one.
And because Yudhika is so prepared, because she's such a superstar, she has prepared one already. And how did you get this out of the mold?
You just loosen up the sides and push the cake through. Now, when you are using fruit, don't ever use pineapples with gelatine.
Really?
Okay, I love pineapples, and when I was in high school,
pineapples.
I just thought pineapple cheesecake sounds amazing.
It sounds incredible.
But it prevents the gelatine. There's an enzyme in pineapple that prevents the gelatine from setting. Now, this is dark chocolate. And it's so good for you.
Really? So much just dark chocolate? You didn't mix it with anything?
A touch of milk.
Touch of milk over the double boiler.
Otherwise, just a bit of oil over the double boiler again.
Okay.
And get a pan that fits, a bowl that fits nicely over your double boiler.
We've got exactly 1 minute to make this as beautiful
Lucky
as
for
we
you,
can.
1 minute is all I need.
You're a yummy mummy in a hurry. I love that.
There we go.
Oh, that looks
and you're
incredible.
just going to spread this around a bit.
What?
There we go. Oh, we've got a spot there with no chocolate. What a tragedy.
What a tragedy. We can't do that to the people.
Now, strawberries, very, very good for you. Also, high in vitamin C and antioxidants. It's
stunning.
It's a fabulous fruit.
And you're just hoeing it on there. You're not being like...
No, just hoe it on. Natural food for me is how you would make it at home. It's not about that picture perfect stuff.
Yeah.
It's got to look like my mom made this.
Putting fruit inside the cheesecake. If I wanted to get the berries or the strawberries in this mix, when would I do that?
I would cool the mixture down first.
Yes.
Put the berries into over the base, and then I'd pour it over. So you'd have you'd have your biscuit base.
And then you'd have your fruit layer, and then you'd have the cheese layer on top.
Blueberries, very good for you as well, antioxidant.
Dark chocolate, very good for us as well, antioxidant.
Yes.
You are fantastic. Thank you so much. I am
there it
going to
is.
sample that later because it looks amazing. We're back after the break when we find out how to have a happy marriage.